What did I miss? When I was looking at y'all and cooking with y'all and giving out verses and bookings to y'all, making sure wives were hit, man, what did I miss? When you was all in my crib, looking at hoes, word for word at all of the shows, you always felt like this, man, what did I miss?
Bro, I cannot believe Seth was about to start World War III. Yeah, I cannot believe this guy. This guy almost started World War III just because of a simple breakup. It was a nice breakup, but him instead wanted to start World War III. Despite Trump ruining everything. First of all, you guys are wrong. Trump never ruined everything. However, Trump made everything look better. Despite all the challenges that we're facing right here now, Trump made everything better. Hey, Kibathi, you are wrong. You are wrong. Trump ruined everything. Do you know why? First of all, Trump killed the president of Venezuela. I think you need to note that down. Trump killed the president of Venezuela. Yeah, I agree with this guy. Trump ruined everything. Yes, thank you, Lawrence. You can start by giving common criticisms of Trump's impact. First of all is the democratic norms. Critics argue that how do I say this? Critics argue that he weakened trust in elections, especially after 2020, and pressured officials to overturn results. Yeah. Trump ruined everything because he's corrupt. So, Kibathi, once again, you are wrong. Trump is very, 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 very corrupt. I think you need to put that in your brain right now. Owino. Trump did not ruin anything. Okay? Now, stop measuring the word ruin differently. Alright? Critics look at norms, civility, and global standing. Supporters look at results that hit their wallets and safety, meaning low unemployment, cheap energy, and sticker borders. To them, if their material life is improved, nothing was ruined. So, first of all, A, Trump is not corrupt. B, Trump made other people's lives better. So, Owino and Lawrence, you guys are wrong. You guys have proven yourself wrong. Once again, Trump has not ruined anything. Okay? Kibathi. Trump, okay, believe me, bro. Trump ruined everything. Okay? And you guys are saying that Trump made our lives better. How did he make our lives better? Because how? And second of all, Trump is just very corrupt. Okay? Okay? Now, how do I say this? Foreign relations. Foreign relations. I hope you are listening, Kibafi. Foreign relations. He's America's first approach strained long-standing alliances and was overly accommodated to adversaries like Putin. Okay? Also, about the COVID-19 response, his downplaying of the virus mixed public health messaging and whatever you call it, of masks, vaccines are widely faulted for excess deaths. So not only that Trump is corrupt, Trump is also a con man. Trump is also a con man. I hope you're getting that. Yeah? Yeah, that's a good point, Lawrence. I would also like to add the social division. About Trump, his rhetoric on race, immigration, and media is blamed for deepening political polarization and emboldening extremism. Again, his rhetoric on race. Okay, especially race. This guy is just in another world. Second of all, the immigration and the media, whatever you call it, they were blamed on emboldening extremism, recruiting. I don't know what you guys call it. And also about climate and environment. You see, this guy withdrew from Paris Agreement and rolled back over 1,000 environmental regulations. Yeah. Let's go back to COVID. Let's explain the economy pre-COVID, whatever. Unemployment hit record lows. Wages rose for lower income workers and renegotiated NAFTA. Yeah. So, in short, whatever I'm trying to say here, Trump was just firing people. Every time he's like, you're fired. That is in my perspective. So, once again, Trump is very corrupt and also another big con man. So, Kibafi, you are wrong once again. Okay, first of all, you guys are wrong once again, and I don't care what you guys say. Second of all, you guys see disruption as a feature, not a bug. So, many supporters wanted a wrecking ball. Okay? People previewed Trump as already broken, corrupt, globalist, and out of touch. But Trump's chaos wasn't ruin. It was exposure. It was exposure of a system that they despised. For them, for you guys, ruining the old rules was exactly the point. And thirdly, you guys reject the mainstream narrative entirely. Okay? These guys never trusted the media, intelligence agencies, or establishment. So when critics say that he damaged democracy or he mishandled COVID, supporters see those same critics as biased liars. They interpret you guys interpret the same events positively. For example, okay, this wasn't an it wasn't an insurrection to them, but a protest went wrong. It just went wrong. So bottom line, you guys don't think don't think that he ruined everything because they were never judging him by the rules, by the rules his critics use. So I don't know what you guys are saying. Bro, mind you, he went all the way to Venezuela and killed the president of Venezuela. So once again, Kibafi, you are wrong. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear your point. Explain your point. Why Trump ruined everything? Explain your point. Come on, man. Let's hear it. Yo, what's going on here? What's all the ruckus about? Okay, Benjamin, how do I explain it? We I, Kibathi, and Owino are debating why Trump ruined everything. So I and Owino are for that motion, while Kibathi is against that motion. So we're waiting for Owino to explain his point. Okay. Let me join this motion. But I will be against that motion because, after all, Trump is not doing anything to harm us, right? Trump is just... You know what? I'm rooting for Trump. That's the way it should go. That's reality, man. Trump is there shaping our lives for a better tomorrow. And I agree with Kibathi. Thank you, Benjamin. Bro, what are you waiting for? Explain your point. Why do you think why would Trump go all the way to Venezuela and kill the president of Venezuela? Why? Okay, how do I say this? Okay, first of all, he wanted to run Venezuela. And okay. Once again, you've proven yourself wrong, Owino. And second of all, why would Trump go all the way to Venezuela and kill their president? Again, you are wrong. Thirdly, all these are confusion. However, there are recent events that do show a major US military action in Venezuela. All right. Now, This is what really, really, really happened. The US military, and okay, first of all, it was a military strike and capture. Okay, on the 3rd of January 2026, United States launched strikes in Caracas and captured their president, Nicolas Maduro, flying him to New York for trial. Okay? Second of all, Trump confirmed the operation on Truth Social, stating that the US would now run Venezuela. So maybe like an empire. All right? Now, our second point is, now, the United States justification and backlash. The administration cited that narco terrorism charges from the US Justice Department. This was condemned domestically for bypassing Congress and intentionally as a violation and sovereignty. All right? Critics argue that the true motives about oil control. All this was about oil, like really oil, and exerting US dominance. So, you guys think that Trump ruined everything? Bro, that's a different event or claim. And maybe you would like to share it with us. How, when, and where it happened. All right? And yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You made your point, Kibathi. Okay? But Trump is still corrupt. I still believe that Trump is very corrupt, very rude, and very biased. So how how can I explain this? Trump, firstly, why would Trump capture the president? Trump captured the Venezuela president, okay, and took him to New York. Trump took the president of Venezuela, captured him, and took him to New York. And there was a trial. And all this would lead to Trump running now Venezuela. So meaning that the United States runs now Venezuela. So once again, Kibathi, Trump is very corrupt and ruined everything. Why would Trump want to build an empire? An empire. Can Trump just lead his own country only, instead of all this capturing the president of Venezuela and now wanting to run Venezuela as his own now, as his own empire? And that just seems wrong. So Buffy, once again, Trump is very corrupt, and Trump ruined everything. Yes, thank you, Lawrence. Thank you. And also Kibafi and Benjamin. The deregulation. I would like to add that. This guy cut the red tape, which supporters say that it boosted business and energy independence. Energy independence, bro. energy independence, foreign policy. This this guy brokered the Abraham Accords and moved embassy to Jerusalem and pressured the NATO allies into increased defense spending. Now about the anti-establishment. Many people, let's say millions, billions, many people, let's just say that they see that his blunt style as a necessary break from a broken political system. It's not ruining it. Right? Not ruining it, but making it even worse. So, once again, Trump ruined everything. And now, the bottom line is, history will judge his legacy more clearly with time. Now, what feels like a ruin to some, what feels like ruin? Some people think it's disruption or progress to others, but the truth likely lies somewhere in between. They reshaped the GOP and American politics permanently, for better, worse, depending on your values. So Trump is just very corrupt. All right? Yeah. Trump is just a corrupt guy. And if you want to, and if you have a question, why come to me later and ask me? I will give you all the reasons why Trump ruined everything. Case closed. Hey, what's going on? Okay, what's the arguing all about? Okay, Denise, we're not arguing, we're debating. Why Trump ruined everything? And, by the way, Denise, if you feel like to join, are you in either our side or Kibathi's side? Okay, our side, okay, what I mean by our side is that we are for that motion and them are against that motion. So, if you are against that motion or if you are for this motion, explain why. Give reasons why you think that you're doing this. Okay, how do I say this? I'm for the motion. Why? Trump ruined everything. Trump is a very corrupt leader and also very selfish. Like, who wanted to go all the way to Venezuela, capture their president, and now he decides that he's now gonna run Venezuela. Yes. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. Yeah. Trump is very, very corrupt. Now, that one was in our ideal the whole day. Yeah. And maybe, just maybe, Trump to change his leadership ways, because now that's just being selfish. Yeah, she's right. Trump is very, 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 very selfish. Thank you, Denise. Yeah. Thank you, Lawrence. Yeah. I would also like to explain explain why people call Trump very corrupt. And we all know that that is true. And we are usually, these guys, they're usually pointing to a pattern of legal judgments, practices, business practices, and conflicts of interest. While Trump and his supporters often dismiss this as politically motivated witch hunts, and now here are evidence of this critics cite: criminal convictions and civil judgments. The tax fraud conviction. Also, let's say that Trump is also a tax collector. And we can explain this by saying the Trump organization was found guilty. Guilty. Kibathi, guilty. Benjamin, guilty. Guilty. Guilty in 2022 of a 15-year criminal scheme to defraud tax authorities by paying personal expenses for executives without reporting them. So Trump, this guy signed the bonus checks and approved the perks like a luxury apartment and a private school tuition for top executive. So Trump is also very, very selfish. Just like Dennis said, Trump is also selfish. He's also selfish. Yeah. Felony conviction. In May 2024, a New York jury found Trump guilty on a 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to hide hush money payments to a porn star before the 2016 election. So this guy was also addicted to porn. Ngwati. Porn. A porn star. And that's bad, man. That's bad. This guy was formally sentenced as a convicted felon. And this guy was given no punishment through presidential protections. And now what about the civil fraud? What about that? What about it? A judge found Trump liable for fraudulently inflating his assets by billions to get loan terms through a later appeals court drew out in the $500 million. $500 million plus a penalty as an excessive. Okay, really? And now this hits bad, like real bad. Sexual assault and defamation. Sexual assault and defamation. A federal jury found Trump liable for sexually assaulting writer E. Jill Carroll and defaming her, awarding her $5 million. Another jury also awarded her $83.3 million in a separate defamation case. A separate defamation case. And now the Supreme Court rejected his appeal. So this guy ruined everything. Okay, first of all, This guy is selfish, he's rude, he's addicted to women, and okay, this guy is corrupt, selfish, rude, and addicted to women. So what do you have to say for that? What do you have to say to that, Kibathi? What do you have to say to that? Okay, guys, have you heard of the phrase that says the past is the past and the present is the present? So, all of you are wrong. You guys are relying on the past. Because that was in, okay, surely that was in 2024. That was 2 years ago. We're talking about now. Now, Trump is there building for us a better tomorrow. He's there shaping leadership. He's there shaping leadership. We are the leaders. Okay, he's shaping us to be future leaders of a better tomorrow. So, you guys stop relying on the past. Now, Trump is there fixing everything. So stop relying on the past, because the past is the past and the present is the present. Okay, Owino? Okay, Lawrence? Okay, guys, let me join in the debate. I like what Owino and Lawrence are saying, and those are true. Trump ruined everything, and there's nothing that can change that, because Trump is just there, selfish, rude, and addicted to women. Like seriously, the guy has a wife. Why be addicted to women? Because now that's sexual assault, right? Yeah, and he also rigged the votes. That's another sign of corruption. Yeah, that's true, Anita. That is true. This guy calls himself a president. And do you know what he did in the 2024 elections? If I can just recall, many of us were rooting for Kamala Harris. But, okay, many people, but, however, Trump rigged the votes, because now who wanted to vote for a corrupt and selfish guy? Bro, that's not leadership. That's dictatorship. That is dictatorship. The guy is also biased. No wonder a very few percentage voted for him. But do you know what else he did? This guy rigged the votes for the 2024 elections. So guys, in the upcoming elections for 2028, we are not rooting for Trump, because this guy ruined everything. The guy is just full of himself and just so corrupt and rude. And yeah. Okay, those points were true, but those were 2 years ago. Now we're talking about now. Trump is there building us a better tomorrow. Okay, Owino? No, Benjamin. No. He's just there making things worse. But hear me out. Can you shut up as I pump knowledge in your empty brain, idiot? Bro. Chill out. Don't let Babu Owino get into you. Just because you're called Owino doesn't mean you have to be Babu Owino. Oh, okay, I'm sorry for that. But you have to hear me out. This guy is a corrupt leader. Trump is a very corrupt leader. Okay, it's fine. But don't let Babu Owino get into you, all right? Yeah. Okay, guys. Now, it's about 5 minutes to lunchtime. So, let's end this debate session over. Let's end it here. As your class prefect, let's end it here. But whatever you people were doing, I can say as your class prefect, I'm impressed by whatever you guys were doing. 10A, we are high. We are high as 10A. So guys, hear me out. I was not included in this debate session, but I was there as the judge. You guys never knew I was the judge. So, based on your arguments, Akina Owino's arguments seem stronger than the ones of Akina Benjamin and Kibathi. So, the arguments, so what I can say, as a fair judge, and as your class prefect, and as a fair judge, I'm going to deduct 5 points from Akina Owino. Why? Because Owino used abusive language. Owino pretended to be, Owino was trying to be Babu Owino himself, but later on Benjamin confronted him not to let Babu Owino to get into him. So, to make it fair, to make it just fair, because those are the things that you should do. Confronting people to do the right thing. So, Akina Benjamin side, I'm going to add them 5 points. However, there's one group that takes the lead. Akina Owino. Their arguments were stronger than theirs of Akina Benjamin. So Akina Owino, you have taken home 73%, and Akina Benjamin and Kibathi, you have taken home 65%. That was just based on the arguments. If I could have not deducted their marks, they would have taken home 78. And if I would have not added them 5 marks for not confronting him, they could have taken home 60. So, I was just being a fair judge. Let's confront each other to do the right thing, and let's not use such words like idiot while debating. This is an internal debate. This is not parliament. Whereby you are Babu Owino and you are I don't know who, Moses Wetangula. So Akina Owino take home the lead, and let's keep on doing that. 10A. Now let me give you a motion, a very simple one that will come in debate just right here. Why do you think the women representative seat should be scraped off. That one, now prepare for it. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. And by the way, we continue preparing ourselves, because come October 15th, we are going to Roadside Academy for the big Rift Valley debate, the Great Rift Valley debate, happening in Roadside Academy on 15th of October. That's just right the day after you guys close school. So guys, let's continue doing that. 10A, we are high.